Hello everyone, I am reviewing a tier list on Reddit today. I will not say who it's from or who is doing it. I do not think it is anyone on YouTube, which is good. I'm not here to chat or criticize people on YouTube. Everyone's got their own opinions, so I'm going to do this tier list and try to make it hard to trace back to, though probably not if you type in some simple Google questions. Therefore, I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. I will just show all of them right away. I want this to be a fairly quick video, kind of entertaining to see how different they are from mine. And then at the end of the day, we'll kind of talk about why I think maybe they put some here. And there's already a couple that really scream out to me personally. But here we go. Oh, by the way, this person pseudo did my pet peeve, but not really, of jamming a lot into A. They actually have a fairly good distribution. Actually, they almost have like a perfect distribution. So that's pretty good. I give them props for that. A lot of people just say, oh, everyone's B and above. They actually have a good... what's that called? Oh man, I forget the thing. It's in statistics where it's perfect. It's actually pretty close to it. Let's start from the bottom. F, Antiquarian. I'm not going to disagree. I mean, overall, besides money, not really that useful. I am surprised at the Man-at-Arms, and I kind of agree with the Grave Robber Abomination. Grave Robber purely on the fact it's just lunge and repeat. However, I would definitely have probably moved her up a little bit. Based on a few of the people above, I think she is better than. Well, one or two above, actually. But anyways, the Abomination, he's kind of that C to B area because of the self-stressing, though he has a great stun, and his transformation is pretty boss. The Abomination doesn't get a lot of love, but he's pretty good, but I think it's mostly because of that self-party stress thing. The B for Highwayman and the Fladge. Oh man, the Jester, I kind of understand he's mostly just a battle ballad pressing bot, or you just stress heal the whole time. Extremely useful, but his use gets kind of repetitive too quick, so I understand why he's in B. I don't disagree with that. Fladge though, and Highwayman, because I'm going to quickly jump up to the S tier. Come on, Vestal S tier. I know everyone's like, well, it's the only person who keeps you alive in the game. That's all she does. She's literally, and I know you're like, well, you need to stay alive. I get it. But that's for slow parties, and I'm not trying to be mean, but it's really for beginning players. She might be an S for beginning players, but as you get more and more into the game, she's slower, her stun's not as reliable, and her accuracy isn't the greatest, so you actually kind of start weaning off of her. I would honestly replace the Highwayman with the Vestal here. I would swap that. Fladge, I would easily move up a row, and I would probably drop the Leper down one. I'd probably swap the Leper and the Fladge here, solely on the fact that Leper and A? Really? I love the Leper. Don't get me wrong, I love the Leper. But, I mean, he needs a lot of hand-holding and a lot of good trinkets to get to, like, his maximum damage. But once he gets going, he's phenomenal. But if you kind of just take him by himself without not a lot of accuracy trinkets and a lot of help, Leper can be detrimental. Slow, not a lot of accuracy. So, and if he goes against high protection enemies in the front, the Leper can be slightly underwhelming. And I would love, I just don't understand how the Highwayman, the Fladge, and the Occultist are all below the Leper. Like I said, I like the Leper, but below, and the Bounty Hunter below. And then what I super disagree with is the Arbalest Musketeer at A. They have him almost in the top, like, I don't know if the Leper over here signifies as like almost in the S, where if Houndmaster is almost. But regardless, they're almost in the top like 8 characters, they're saying. No way in heck are these guys. These two are not in the top 8. They belong down here. Move the Grave Robber up to B. Honestly, you could move all 4 of these up. Drop the Bounty Hunter, drop the Leper, drop the Arbalest. Hellion at S, I kind of agree with that. But Houndmaster, see, I think the Houndmaster is better than the Vestal. It's kind of close between the Hellion. The only thing with the Hellion is she always seems a little fragile. I did put her very high in my video, so not to contradict myself, but I think she belongs in this range. She has great versatility and all that stuff. The reason why I don't take her most times is I have other people I know it sounds kind of weird, prefer. But I'm never disappointed when I bring a Hellion. She always hits the rows she needs to and stuff. So it's not that I think she's bad. I think she belongs in the A tier for sure. I just don't know if I'd put her in S. Shieldbreaker. Her and the Plague Doctor got switched. I don't know what this S plus crap is for the Plague Doctor. Yeah, I mean, she's got a double stun. She's got plague grenades. But if you go somewhere with high stun, with high plague resist, you're you're stunning the back row twice, which is super useful. It's not like you're just, a casual double stun the back row. No, it's extremely useful. Don't get me wrong. But would I rather take a Plague Doctor to every single dungeon rather than like a Highwayman, rather than a Crusader, rather than a Bounty Hunter where, I mean, she's definitely an A to S tier. S plus. Like, S plus. She doesn't dodge. Her speed's pretty good. I'll give her that. But, man, she is a magnet, just like the Vestal for Skull Tosses. Both of these right here, I think they're too slow, too low on dodge to be really that high. The Highwayman, I don't know if this person hates Dismas or what, or never realized the broken ability of Riposte. But let me tell you something. You put 3 Highwaymen in one group and you put 3 Plague Doctors in one group, you'll see real quick who's the better hero in every single dungeon. It's hands down him. And if you place the Plague Doctor this high, I don't know why the Fladge isn't a little higher up. I mean, I know she's got a double stun and she can cure Blights and Bleeds. But I mean, this guy's effectively a better healer, better raw damage dealer. I mean, the two of them together is extremely good, but this top 2 right here super confuses me. This confuses me. Sorry if you're listening to this as a podcast. Plague Doctor S plus confuses me. Vestal S definitely confuses me. I get it. Divine Comfort, you take that ability away, she's just a glorified occultist at that point. Not even, I mean, the occultist I feel like got a little burned here because it was solely getting looked at just as heal. I think he's actually a utility. He's got a pool, he's got some Eldritch damage, he's got a nice stab, he can mark. He's pretty good. And he does have a heal. I know people trash on it, but he's like debatably the second best healer in the game, and you put him almost in the bottom 7. Come on. I think the little bit of Man at Arms hate because he doesn't do a lot of damage, but I don't think they were necessarily looking at all the other things. I don't know. I feel like, is it like all the damage dealers at the top and all the not? Well, no, these two are kind of damage dealers. I guess you're a damage dealer. I guess they didn't shove all the non-damage dealers to the bottom. Vestal's not a damage dealer. I don't know. I mean, it's always interesting to see what other people say. I'm not saying they're wrong. I don't know if I've ever had someone strongly be like Plague Doctor easily best character. I mean, I've had a lot of people say top 3, and you know what? I can see the argument for that. But number 1 over the Shield Breaker, who can hit any position anywhere with a fast speed, decent tank, and decent dodge. Man, I don't know. I've never seen like a strat where it's like, oh, the Plague Doctor is mandatory. I mean, there's a couple of dungeons where you could say she's mandatory, but Shield Breaker, take her anywhere. She's not bad. She's the ultimate character, essentially. I don't know. I don't know what this disconnect is here. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and do your own critique. Once again, be nice. I know I was trying to be nice. I may have sounded snooty at moments. The only times I think I was snooty is a lot of people have Vestal in their top 5 because they're like, well, you can't live without heals. That's true, but there's a bunch of other heals in here that you can do. And once you play the game second or third time through, your amount of Vestals starts shrinking dramatically. I think in my new playthrough, I have like 2 or 3 Vestals total on my roster of like 25 people. And obviously, if I only have 3, I'm not taking them into every dungeon, which means I'm functioning rather well without her. So, is she a nice, reliable heal when you don't know if your party's any good? Sure, but once you make a great fast strike party, the Vestal starts to fall down dramatically on your tier list. Kind of the same with the Jester. Once you start learning how to do accuracy and all that stuff, you don't really need a strong Jester lineup either. But yeah, that Arbalist and Musketeer at A. I'm not sure what they're basing that on other than potential max damage, but they overkill horribly and most of their other support skills are pretty bad. I don't know why they're not down here in the sea. If anything, I would swap the Grave Robber, to be honest. I think the Grave Robber offers way more than the Arbalist and Musketeer in most scenarios. Alright, thanks for watching. Like I said, let me know if I'm just being an idiot and this is actually the true pyramid of greatness, or if some of my critiques were right, or come up with your own critiques. Thank you for watching.